It's vlog day 968. Getting down to the nub here. Good morning. I'm starting my day off all wrong today. So quick story. I'm on my way to an event called Omnivore. It's like a food festival of some sort. Don't really know. My friend Rachel gave me her pass to go because she can't go in today. I don't really have time to go and I really appreciate it, but I want to check it out. And you know, theoretically, at least it's free food. So I was gonna go catch the bus, and I had the bus pulled up right as I got outside, so I had to hurry. I'm on my wheel, zipping around, and this is the first time I've actually had a spill with it, because every time I've crashed the wheel so far, I've just been able to walk off of it. But this time, because I was trying to accelerate really quickly, I actually had my hands up to try and wave the bus down, and I hit something. I hit a groove or whatever, and since I was leaning forward a little bit too far, I was waving my arms like a maniac. I totally bit it. I spilled it. My fingers are still tingly. Whew, you can see the impression on my palm there a little bit. I've got that on both palms. So, ow. Yeah, some ladies were nice enough to stop and ask if I was okay, and I'm fine. Definitely a little bit shaken. That was quite the tumble. But anywho, that's not how I wanted to start the day. Let's go get lunch. All right. Survived the bus. I'm sore. 2 crashes in 2 days. Well, actually, I guess it's been a couple days since I crashed on that bike, but 2 crashes in short succession definitely gonna leave a sore body. And I have a lump on my arm that I haven't gotten a chance to look at yet because it had my sleeve covering it the whole time. But whew. Anyways, I guess we'll see how worth it this free lunch is gonna be after a little bit of suffering. I think this is it right here. I got other stuff I wanted to talk about today and do today, but oh man, that was not the start I had in mind. All right, oh geez. Just found some new holes in my jacket. Took a stumble. It knocked the wind out of me. I feel scrapes on the tops of my legs. Got a solid bump on my arm I haven't had a chance to look at yet. And you know, good times. And apparently just ripped holes in my jacket. So my plan is to walk through here. I want to explore, see as much as I can. I also don't have time to be here for very long. Oh wow, and they're doing something big in here. A little bit of a plum tasting of some sort. Anywho, there's tons of stuff going on down here. It's cool. Kind of snap as I go. But I think upstairs is going to be more interesting. We'll find out. I'll keep you up to date both on the state of my well-being and, you know, the food. I also forgot I left my camera in my backpack when I turned it in. Let's just get some snacks to get out of here. I know some of you are going to go nuts seeing me walk in here and not fully appreciate it, and I'm sorry for that. But I didn't know I was coming here until last minute last night, and I already have plans for today scheduled. There's seminars and stuff. I feel like I'm definitely in the wrong place. Maybe I should have stayed down there where the meat was. Whew, right. Guess we can come back here for coffee in a minute. Something smells like grilled meat, which would be delightful right now. Score! This cheese isn't actually available yet, which is unfortunate because it tastes really good and really strong. If you see it in the store in the near future, hopefully it's in the store in the near future. It's really good. So the torment of this place might actually be that they've got a bunch of products that you can't actually buy yet, which is unfortunate. But ooh, like this. But I think he's gonna cut this up for us right now. Bon, vous faites quoi avec ça alors?
Ce que vous voulez.
Ouais, je sais pas, juste c'était bien le goûter.
Je mets le pain ici.
Oui, ok, oui, ça sera bon. Ouais. Fromage de vache, c'est ça.
Oh là là là.
There's garlic in this. That's why I like it so much. It's a cow cheese with garlic in it. And please produce this more. I'm gonna be the bell at the ball. Merci, hein. I have no idea what I'm about to eat. It's really good. Oh yeah. And there's gazpacho to follow it up. Hold on. Cheers. It's very good. The gazpacho really pulls that together. Wow.
Taste everything that
It was herring. Before I forget, it was herring. It looked like eel or something the way that it was spiked through. I don't know. It was very good. Salted herring, apparently they can only catch them twice a year, and then they salt them for 48 hours before you eat them. It's really good, but the gazpacho is really what tied it together. And everything is Dutch. Apparently there's a lot of Dutch representation here today. I didn't realize until just now. This whole corner, Netherlands. So, hi Paul. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you've got quite the job ahead of you.
yeah.
All right, little French cheese and Dutch veal and fish and all kinds of stuff later. I gotta get out of here. I think I'm actually kind of running a little bit late. I'm gonna run by the Peloton really quickly. I gotta give Kate a couple of things, including a giant box of goldfish. Thank you. I got a whole bunch of thank yous as well, because I did dig into the snacks. I haven't gotten much farther than snacks. Uh-oh. I think I just took the wrong stairwell to get out of here. Find out. I was hoping to run into Pouchon there, but he's running a little bit late, unfortunately. So we'll catch him later. I haven't seen Pouchon in a while. Been too long. For now, gotta run and deliver some delicious snacks to Kate. And then I gotta go, basically, I was gonna go to Esprit. There are a couple things I wanted to highlight about the game for you, for those of you that are paying attention to the game. And also, David's gonna show me how to properly pour a pint out of a tap, like a good old-fashioned lever tap, I think, which is cool. Because I don't know if I've ever really done it before. Maybe once or twice, but I don't really think I have.
I'm ridiculously happy about this.
That literally just made her week.
How did that happen?
Here you go, Dave. You've been craving blood. I actually reached in there to see if it was bleeding, and I apparently didn't reach far enough to find out. It's a pretty good one. I'll be fine. All right. That was a very important delivery that had to be made. Now, on to Esprit, beer, and a couple pointers about promotional periods with the game. There's a whole promotional period idea, too, that I didn't even get into yesterday. Finally pulled the real camera out for the first time today. David is going to teach me two things today. Yeah, I think I can do a beer pour okay. We're about to find out. But the other thing is how to tap a keg. I've never actually done that, believe it or not, for somebody who likes beer as much as I do. So yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. These guys are a waypoint in the game as well. Not only a waypoint, but a base location. So when you come in, not only can you come in here, grab a beer and get a frank, but when you're done, like the Peloton, you can come in here and do an exchange for postcards, and Roberto back there will help you out as well.
Merci.
There is a secret entrance inside the bar, but we're gonna do the long way around so we don't bother anybody here. I love exploring Parisian basements. Oh wow.
Alright, so this is our keg room. At the Esprit we have 10 beers on tap,
So we need a space large enough to be able to contain at least 30 to 40 kegs at the time, because for 10 different beers we need at least 3 kegs of each. So here it is, all the kegs that are plugged in. The reserves of the full kegs, and we put the empty kegs somewhere under the stairs. It's kind of a mix.
This is way more than I expected. This is a really efficient use of this space.
Yeah.
And then this is you got everything lined up here and pumping up to the taps upstairs.
Exactly. So
Wow.
it's on the same order that what you can find all the way up. So the beer that's plugged in here,
Yeah.
all the way, when you'll see at the bar, it's the one all the way on the left. So all the way on the left upstairs is the Poretti. Poretti's are lager, a good Italian beer, and it's plugged right here and it goes here. As you can see, each beer has its own manometer. It's like you can regulate the pressure for each beer, because any kind of beer, if you have a stout, if you have a lager, if you have an IPA, each beer uses a different pressure. So we managed to put a manometer on each beer, which is really efficient for us. It's not foamy for each beer, and we don't lose anything. Why? I mean, we try not to lose as little beer as possible. Each beer and each brewery, they have their own different kegs. So this is a regular keg. It's a 30-liter inox keg with a normal tap, but then you can find key kegs such as this one. It's 20 liter, and as you can see, it's made in plastic, so the beer lasts longer. Once you tap a keg when it's inox, you have less than a week to go through it. If not, the beer will turn bad. But in these plastic kegs, the air does not get into contact with the beers, so the beers stay good for 30 days.
Because there's a bag in here that shrinks with the beer, right?
Exactly. The pressure pushes the bag.
I always wondered about that.
It's a new technology that's been used for the past 5 years, maybe more. I'm not really sure, but it's more expensive to buy the beer in this, but it's more efficient for us.
It lasts longer.
Yeah.
I always wondered why they did that.
Yeah, so you don't lose, and the
I'm
beer is
learning.
fresher. All right, so
I'm all for fresh beer, to be
what we
honest.
can do is. Alright, so now we're just gonna plug a keg. So basically, we just finished one. So the empty is here. We put it here, and we have a brand new one over there. This is the keg that's tapped. So we unplug the gas, so there's no more pressure. And what you do is you take the opening of the keg here. Then you take this, put it on the keg, turn it. Be sure it's well plugged in, so you don't have a leak. You plugged it in. Then you put the pressure back on, and it's up and running. As you can see, we have black tape all over. It's because in those lines, you have the beer coming out, go through this line, and straight from inside the line, you have cold water. So the beer stays cold from the start that it comes out of the keg. It goes through the big lines, then it goes through a motor. That's right here. You can see
like the refrigerator.
the line goes here.
Yeah.
So this is icy in it, and it's got 15 meters of line. So the beer goes through like this, so that when you have it in your glass, it's 3 degrees. And then it goes up straight, and right up on top of us is the bar, where we have the line.
The magic of cold beer. I was actually wondering how it got cold between here and there. And so then all this black right here is covering that. There's also water in here, cold water in here.
Cold water in here.
So you have cold water in here and in the ice machine there,
And all the way to the top.
So this is already. So this is getting cold.
Yeah.
Here, and then goes through another. Like every step of the way, it's being chilled.
Yeah. And it's what we call the cold line. And you don't want to break the cold line, so your beer is never in contact with warm, and if it's in contact with warm, you have bacteria and stuff in this. So because the beer is a living product with yeast and everything in it, so as long as it's out of the keg, it has to be cold, and it stays cold until your glass. So it's perfect.
Oh man, it's making me thirsty. You want to go pour one?
Sure.
Let's go. Okay, teach us the proper method, David.
Okay, so we're gonna be plugging the Defender IPA. It's the one I plugged the keg downstairs. So it's a Brooklyn Brewery beer made IPA. IPA means India Pale Ale. Just for the story, the IPA comes from the war in England when India was still owned by English. They would send tons of kegs through boat to India, but the beer would turn bad before arriving to India, so they changed the recipe and add more hops and more alcohol, which will allow the beer to stay put and still have a lot of taste when arriving to India. That's why also with the big craft brewery booming everywhere around the world, IPA is the most common because everybody can play with hops and alcohol. So that's why you have a lot of IPA everywhere. So Brooklyn Brewery, if you want to do a perfect serve, usually you have your beer, you have the glass of the beer, and also the coaster. But some places, such as ourselves, we have our own coasters, so you can see Bon Esprit on the coaster. So it'll be a perfect serve, but not with the Brooklyn Brewery coaster. All right. So what you do when you pour, you rinse the glass for two reasons. It's to get the dust off and also to freshen the glass, so it gets less foamy when you pour the beer. Then what you do is you're gonna pull it back, having your glass at an angle 120 degrees, about. And when you pour it, just leave it until the end. It's just the first one of the day, so it's normal that we have foam. We'll do it again.
Extra foamy because it's the first one of the day.
And you'll see the foam start to form a little, but not too much. And as soon as it gets up, just leave it and pour it like this. So yeah, nice hat, just like this. It's 50 centiliters. You got a pint. And when you serve it to the customer, you put your coaster and you put the glass in front of him with the logo of the beer in front of him, just to respect the brewery that made it. There you go. Yeah. You want to try now?
I do want to try. Respect's the important part. Also the, well, let's see if I'll say what I think I know after I do this and succeed or fail, I suppose. Okay. That was actually the part I was looking forward to the most. I just wanted to rinse the glass. I want one of those in my house. All right.
It's like a professional. There you go.
Like a you heard him say that, like a professional. Boom, cheers. Something that I think a lot of people don't know about beer is if you pour a beer straight into the glass, it just releases all the gas and you get a massive amount of foam on top, and then it's just useless and you're just sucking foam off the top, and that's not what you really want. So do it at that angle like he's talking about, 120 degrees he said specifically, and then magic happens. It's not quite as good as his, but I just need a little more practice. Cheers. I need this after my crashes today. All right, good times had by all. Now I gotta just navigate my way over to, I have one more meeting that I want to make happen right now. This is not a pre-planned meeting, it's just a meeting I gotta do. And then I gotta go home, get a bunch of work done, and then go see my buddy Phil. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the beer tour. I did. I love seeing basements of those places and like how efficiently he's using that space. It's pretty incredible because they've got a lot of kegs down there. I don't know, I just love seeing the behind the scenes, especially when it involves beer. Getting a lot of wind here, hopefully not so much that it's distracting as I close out here. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever it is you are, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for, tomorrow we're finally gonna do the latte art video with Fox over at Good News, and that is doubly exciting. So I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for that. Something to the effect of 5 tips on how to improve your latte art, which I need a lot more than 5, but we gotta start somewhere. See you for that tomorrow. Oh, talking end screen. The other bad news that I had was actually that the screw fell out of one of the arms of my sunglasses, my orange sunglasses. So like I'm not wearing them because one of the arms fell off on my desk. I don't know how that even happened. Anyways, I gotta get that fixed. And then, I'll be back to being bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. But until then, I'll just have to be bushy-tailed. See you tomorrow morning.